Hey, I got a quick question for you. Are you showing up as the expert authority in your business, making sure that your message is on point and your branding is reflective of your go to authorityness? Hi, I'm Christine Blosdale, your expert authority business coach, and I have a way for you to rate your expert authority prowess. And you can check it out at expertauthorityquiz.com. It's fun, it's easy, and it's something that you really should be doing to see where you level up. If you want to establish trust with your audience and potential customers and clients, you might want to take this quiz. Once again, head on over to expertauthorityquiz.com. That's expertauthorityquiz.com. Welcome to the Expert Authority Coach Podcast, the one-stop spot for entrepreneurs, coaches, authors, and business owners just like you who are ready to rise, shine, and finally be seen as the go-to authority in their field. I'm your host, Christine Blosdale, also known as the Expert Authority Coach, and my mission is to help you build a magnetic brand, grow your visibility, and turn your expertise into real, lasting influence and income. If you want to dive deeper, head on over to my website, expertauthoritycoach.com, where you can explore all the groovy stuff that I've created for you. And you can even book a free discovery call with me. I'd love to hear from you. Once again, head on over to expertauthoritycoach.com to book that free call today. And if you're enjoying the show, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to step into their expert authority as well. You can share the love, and only good karma will come back to you. I promise. Alrighty, so let's jump into today's episode. Hey, welcome back to the Expert Authority Coach Podcast. I am your Expert Authority Coach, Christine Blosdale, and I help overwhelmed entrepreneurs get seen, get trusted, and get paid for what they already know. And today I'm very excited to have coming back to the show, Mel McSherry. We're doing a series on human design and how you can tap into your own human design and really help your business flourish and the way you live your life and all, and answers all those questions. You're like, why am I this way? This helps a lot. So welcome back to the show, Mel.
Thank you. I'm excited to keep this conversation going.
Yes. Okay. So now, as we do, let's, if you
Mhm.
can, tell everybody what human design actually is.
Yeah, absolutely. So, human design is a quote unquote framework that utilizes several different modalities. So, it utilizes quantum physics, I Ching, astrology, Kabbalah, and the chakras. And what they do is they layer together and they show you your energetic blueprint, or as I like to call it, your operations manual. It shows you foundationally how much energy you have, where that energy comes from, how you can make your most profitable decisions, as well as your main characteristics that are the most profitable points to bring your purpose to life.
Love it. Okay. Now, today we are, and we'll tell the audience, both Mel and myself are projectors. Don't get
Mhm.
jealous. Okay. We're projectors. But today we're going to be focusing in on the manifesting generator. It
Yes.
sounds so fabulous. Sounds like a little wizard.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Really?
So manifesting generators are actually a subcategory. So in one of the episodes, we talked about generators, which are
Yes.
70% of the population, right? 35% of them are the subcategory that's called manifesting generator. Now, my manifesting generators, I love to pieces because they have the energy of the generator, which we talked about before, with the magic of a pure manifester, which we'll get to later, which means they are the ones that not only have the energy, they can be in several different places at once very profitably. So these are my very multi-inspired, multi-passionate entrepreneurs that want to punch you in the face if you tell them to niche down, because that is not.
I have a client like that. I don't know what she is. I don't know what if she's a manifesting generator or not. But man, she ticks all those boxes. This is
Yeah, I mean,
interesting. Yeah,
it's
niche
it's
down.
it's and well, and it's one of those things, it's such a big point because in entrepreneurship, as we've mentioned, several times in other episodes, it's become very copy and pasteable, and it's very
Yeah.
easy for us to hear, just focus on one thing. No, 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 you're going over here now, bring it back in.
Yeah.
And my manifesting generators feel like they're not seen, they're not heard, they start to rebel, and they feel like nothing is really created for them specifically because they keep getting told to move into one area or just focus on one thing. But that's not how they are designed. They're designed to have all of these, what I like to call buckets, and learn how they can be profitable inside of each of them, because the through line is them. They are the person inside of each bucket. It's just
Yeah.
different facets of themselves.
Yes.
So for them to have the permission to play inside of those spaces, to utilize their strengths of informing, which is their strategy. So generators was know thyself and wait to respond. Because they are manifesting generators, they have that umbrella of know thyself and wait to respond. But for that to kind of let it do its magic on its own, their strategies are visualize and inform. Because
Yes. Oh my
again,
God.
it's that
Yeah.
pausing point, right? Like I mentioned with generators, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And Gens specifically are like the bullet trains. They see the problem, they see the solution, they see the steps, they don't tell anyone, and they just go.
Yeah.
And what happens is that when they don't tell people what they see or what they're working on, not from a permission standpoint, but just from a soundboarding or just a, informed standpoint, they will forget that there's people at the stations going, "Oh, hi, I can do this for you. Oh, hi, but," and then they have to stop, usually go back 3 or
Go
5
back.
more steps and start kind of not over again, but start again.
Right.
And so by using that pausing point of visualizing, so when you get the excitement of whatever bucket is pinging you right now, it's visualizing, okay, where is this coming from? So knowing the rest of your chart and making sure it's coming from a spot that is defined and has a process. And where does this fit in to where I'm at right now? And as you're visualizing it, soundboard it off of somebody. So I just got
Hmm.
this idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like my managers love that I use Voxer as my aftercare support because they can leave me 10 to 15-minute messages of just blah. And one, it gets it out of their system and out of their brain. And two, it allows me to see the pattern as a projector and ask them the questions to start picking apart what really is meant for them and what is just a really fun inspirational point that can be left alone at this moment.
Oh, that's so, you know what? I'm just like, I'm thinking of my client that I think is a manifesting generator, and I'm like, tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And the thing is too, is that is it can be frustrating for them because they're like,
Yeah.
I have all these ideas and I have all these projects that I'm working on, and they feel scattered. And but yet,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you can't say just niche down because
No.
their brain will go,
Yeah, it's that informed part then of just like, okay, I hear that. Let's take a pause and visualize. Where is this falling in line with where you're already moving toward? And could it be a little bit of a stair step of, oh, I've mastered everything. This is actually the next station or the next space I want to go to. Or it could just be a fun place for them to just nerd out in their heads for a minute that gives them their rest. Because one of the other areas of contention I get a lot from my gens is people keep telling them to rest. And a lot of them don't no, unless they are a hermit, which is a part of their profile, even then, how they hermit or how they rest is completely different than from how you and I as projectors rest.
right.
For them, it's where can they put their energy in that fills their cup up and keeps it full. So for one of my clients, her husband, who's a projector, likes to sit on the couch and watch TV while he like disassociates. She goes in the garden, she weeds, she trims, she knits, she does these things that still keeps herself busy, but she's not thinking about all of the other things that she needs to do. So that is her rest. That's how she keeps her cup full. And I love how human design can do that for you. It can show you how you can define well used terms for yourself, like rest, sales, marketing, consistency is another one, and make it to where it works for you and what it means to you through your human design.
I got you 100% on that. That's like Well, and also what I'm finding with this person that I'm imagining is a manifesting generator, so I'm just going to call her a manifesting generator, is that what lights her up and what's
Mhm.
exciting it is having sort of all of these spinning plates, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
and although she'll get frustrated going, "Oh my God, I have so many tabs open or I'm doing so many things and nothing is finalizing," right? She wants that
Mhm.
completion feeling. And but
Mhm.
what I see is that they're all pieces. Even though they feel like
Mhm.
separate plates that you're spinning, they're all pieces that are going to magically all be utilized and come together to
Mhm.
create that really big thing. It's the
Yeah.
waiting though. It's that process of putting it all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, because it may be one thing is fully put together and the rest of them are just always these work in progresses. Or it could be where none of them are meant to be of quote unquote completion. They're just in a constant state of evolution. So how can you still stay profitable and quote unquote consistent inside of that? I think we get too caught up in end games. And for specifically, in my opinion, Manny Gens, it's not there's not an end game because they're constantly coming up with new ideas and they have the energy and the capacity to explore them. It's prioritizing them. Is it a paycheck or is it a passion? It's understanding that not everything has to come with a website, a talk, a funnel, all the things, right? But it's not about how do I get this completed? It's what stage do you need it to be at for it to do its thing so you can maybe step away from it for a second, step away. So you can put energy into this bucket and put the capacity that you put in this one into this one for a little bit so it turns into its own generating profitability point.
Wow, that's so cool. I love mannequins. They make the world go
I
round.
do too. My every single one of my OBMs has been a Manny Gen, and I love that they can take my brain and turn it into all of these systems and funnel. And I'm just like, how do you do that? But yeah, I love me a Manny Gen.
My manager, like we'll do a coaching session, and she ends up not coaching me, but she's like, "Have you heard about this? What about?
Oh yeah.
I've learned this new thing. Wait till you see this thing. How?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I got to add that to my list of It's like I learned so much. I
Oh,
learned
absolutely.
so
Yeah.
they're very much teachers as well, because they want to
Yeah.
share. They're not stingy with the information. They want to share it with as many
No.
people as possible.
That's why they're so multifaceted because they have so much to say and they see so much and it doesn't fit into one help statement. It fits
Yeah.
into a theme of how they, love to serve and who they love to serve inside of that bucket, depending on, the characteristics and the quote unquote problem that they want to solve.
So, if someone is who is listening to this right now, going like, "I think this is me," but they're not sure,
Yeah.
they need to contact you, right? They need to have book a session with you to talk about not only to get their full chart reading, because I
Hmm.
know we've spoken about this before that it's not just if you're a manifesting generator, but there's a lot of other layers depending on,
Hmm.
so many different factors, how you
Yeah.
communicate, how you work best, all those different things. But where do they go if they want to find out more information about if they are a manifesting generator or maybe there's something else that they're we haven't talked about yet? How do they
Yeah,
find
because you
out?
know what? A lot of us are trained to be manifesting generators, and some of us are not. So you can definitely head over to my website at melmcsherry.com and check out my entrepreneurial human design readings. It's a 90-minute reading where we go over your what I call your 5 foundational areas of your chart. So you get that really gorgeous overarching view of your energetic blueprint slash your operations manual. And then we use that as a lens to get clarity on where you feel disconnected, whether in your life or business, so you can start to see where that's coming from. And we can start bringing awareness and action to how we can shift that back to your alignment and your most profitable points.
And then what you were talking about earlier too is it also includes they can communicate. So it's not just a one and
Yeah,
done session. It's like 90 minutes. Bye, Mel.
right.
Okay, I'll never talk to you
Yeah.
again. You have a way for them to still stay connected with you, right?
Yeah. So we technically work together for 30 days because afterwards you
Wow.
get 30 days access to me through an app called Voxer. It's a walkie-talkie app. Like I mentioned, my managers love Voxer because they can just all the
Blech.
things. And it's space for you to continue to process, to ask me questions, to, share with me what the implementation had taught you. And is there any shifts that we need to make? Or what next steps or next areas of your chart do you want to spend time and exploring in? as well as making sure that you feel confident and secure in how you want to utilize your chart and figure out any sort of aftercare that I can provide for you moving forward.
Oh, I love that. You have good bedside manner. Mel McSherry, it's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. And thank you for participating in this series that we're doing on human
Yeah.
design. Today, of course, we were talking about manifesting Gens, but we have covered generators and projectors. Those are in the previous episodes, so people could check those out if they want to, or go to the next episode that we're going to be talking about, which is going to be the manifester.
The
Ooh,
manifester.
manifester. Sounds kind of a little perverted, but we'll be talking about them in a second. So thanks again so much. We'll have the link to Mel's program that you can sign up for and then get that continued support for 30 days at melmcsherry.com. We'll put the link in the show notes. And I will also put a link in the show notes for the work that I do. You can go to expertauthoritycoach.com if you want to find out more information about me and all the goodies that I have. But first go to Mel and then come to me. All right. Till next time, keep your expert authority growing by finding out your human design and dive into it, because let me tell you, I am going down that rabbit hole right now, and it is so vitally important, not only for my business, but for relationships, for my health, all of that. And I encourage you to also find out how you work best. So until next time, bye y'all.